Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to South Boston as we are here under the lights for a doubleheader race weekend. This is race number 1 of 2 here at South Boston for the Can-Am Pro Series Eastern Division, and this is round number 4 overall here of the series. So just coming up from Langley there, where it was Jacob Buckholz out there capturing the win. His first career Pro Series win. He's going to try and do it here again tonight. Let's get you down to the commands here at South Boston.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines have been fired up. Drivers now rolling off the grid, led by Dylan Young, who came close to winning out there at Langley, finished P2 in that race. He'll start from the pole here tonight. And to his outside is going to be Ashlyn Boyd in the 18. Behind him, you have Curtis Stevenson Jr., and then you have the 24 of Sammy Davis. That is your top 4. Also have the 37 behind those guys of Nottingham, Scott right there, and then the 17 of Wayne Bowman behind him. So it has been a pretty interesting season so far. Let's see if we can keep the streak going as Dylan Young in the 26 is going to lead the field of the green. And already they're fanning it out 3 wide. Wayne Bowman in the 17 in the middle. You also have the 30 back there as well. He too is in the middle as Dylan Young shoots out to the early lead as they go side by side for second. The 88 of Curtis Stevenson Jr. now moves up to P2. He's looking for win number 2 on the season. Here's coming around to complete lap number 2 this time. By car down into the inside wall and back to the outside wall. Hard into the outside wall. More drivers collected. The yellow's going to be out. Edwin Mendez got a piece of that right there and up and over. Last race's winner, Jacob Buckholz right there in the 30, up and over. And that's going to bring out the early yellow here tonight. We're going to run everyone back up once again, but already a car up and over after going into that outside wall here, as these guys are, for some reason, are still racing it back. They need to slow down here. Careful. Wayne Bowman in the 17 in the middle right there, and they're finally going to slow down. But out front is the 26 of Dylan Young. There's the 30. He's going to go down pit road. He's not going to retire, though. Looks like going to try to repair. But see what happened here. The 40 got turned, looks like, by Usman Hamid in the 84 and shot right back up across the track into the 30. And he went on his side. And the 74 as well got into that. The 12 was barely able to make it by right there. But let's get another look at it here as he goes down the hill. I believe the 84 may have hooked the 40 right there of Desmond Allen. He came right back up in front of the 30 and hard into the outside wall, riding that outside wall, and then Mendez nowhere to go. The 12 just got a piece of it right there. A little bit of nose damage maybe to the 12 of Jonathan Scott, but yellow flag is out, and there seems to be a bit of confusion as to where these guys need to line up again. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Someone seems to be confused as to where they're to be lined up. Is the 30 as he's holding up the 84. He's probably not happy with Usman Hamid after that, but he needs to let him by. That's going to be a black flag, but we'll be back. Welcome back here to South Boston Speedway, getting ready to go back green. These guys, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but some guys are still way back here, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Now the 84 is holding everyone up. So these guys don't know where to go, but we're going to go back green. We're going to get, they're coming around and take the green flag here with Dylan Young, your race leader, the 03 of Steven Ruffner, and the 37 as we're back green here at South Boston, and really confusing restart here for some of these guys. Meanwhile, Dylan Young's going to jump out to the early lead. And the 74, who was a lap down, he's going to clear the 03s. Going to try to run down Dylan Young, try to get a lap back. Maybe Sammy Davis is up here as well. 3 wide right here. Remy Fisher's in the middle in that number 2. Gerard on board with Nottingham Scott in the 37. Fisher, he's going to slide up the track right there. 37 now going to try to take advantage, maybe, as Fisher gets to run on the outside. He's trying to dive it back to the inside, but his car looks like it's a bit on the tight side right now. 2 teammates battling here. And they touch just a little bit, or I think they're teammates. Ashlyn Boyd in 18 running really well right now, trying to get around Sammy Davis in the 24. 2 Toyotas going at it right here. As Dylan Young is kind of pulling away from those guys, looking really strong here. The young rookie is. Oh, and looks like we had a car got down into the wall. That was David Haas in the 57. But he looks to still be going there. 3 wide right there with the 40 of Desmond Allen 2 is inside. You got the 0-1-2. He slides on the outside. That's Brandon Elliott, the rookie. Got more drivers. A lot of drivers seems to be getting into that outside wall just out of 4 right there. And the last guy that we just saw that did it was the 77 of Larry Hagan right there. Or actually not turn 4, that was turn 2. Wayne Bowman, he's going to go around the 88 of Curtis Stevenson Jr. 4 position. There's Mark Owens in the 00, who's just been having a rough couple of races, especially after last round. And Fisher, he's going to finally go back underneath Steven Ruffner now in the 03. And Ruffner is going to lose another position, it looks like, to the 18 of Ashlyn Boyd. Gerardo on board here with Boyd in the 18. And they're going to clear the 03 4 position. That's going to be 4P4 right there. Is you're a bit past halfway. We're coming to halfway here. Dylan Young is just set sail. He is just not looked back. He's running away from everyone else, and he's going to catch these lap guys pretty soon here. Side-by-side battle right here between the L1 and the 57. Brandon Elliott, David Haas. Just ahead of him is a 40 with some damage to his car. Keisha Boyd in the 20 battling side-by-side with Wyatt Gaines in the 6. It's a hardcore battle right there. Chevy and Toyota. Right behind them, Brandon Mayhew in the 71 looking for positions as well. There's Usman Hamid right there. And side-by-side right here, Andrew Serrato in the 07 and the 77 of Brandon Mayhew. Or not Brandon Mayhew, Larry Hagan. As the 07 ran it way up the track and he's going to lose a ton of grounds right there. And they have another side-by-side battle right here as well. Hamid versus the 88. And I think the yellow flag, nope, it's not out. Looks like there was a yellow flag right there for a split second. But this race is much more calmer than what we saw at Langley. That race was a mess. We've only completed 1 green flag lap. And besides that, they were just wrecking a whole lot. And Langley is a tough track. But some of these guys seem to be getting the hang of this, like Dylan Young in the 26, who's currently a second and a half ahead of Raymond Fisher, who is now running P2. Young looking really fast here tonight. He started off pretty strong all season long so far. Just can't really be there at the end. Got that P2 finish last. Oh, we got a car blowing up ahead right in front of the race leader. It's the 16 of Buck Bruce. Up in smoke right in front of the leader. That's going to allow Raymond Fisher to go right around race leader Dylan Young. And Ashlyn Boyd, he's going to catch up to him as well. It's he, right? I think he made that pretty clear. But Dylan Young now probably is not going to be happy with Buck Bruce after that, as he's going to try to get around Fisher now with the race lead. Fisher, remember, he is on the tight side. Says he's been complaining about his car all night long. It's been really tight. Doesn't want to turn, especially in the center of the corners. You can see right there, Dylan Young running a little bit lower than Fisher is, and Ashlyn Boyd waiting for those two to get side by side so he can take advantage of that. And Raymond Fisher put a huge block down there on Dylan Young into that corner. But Dylan Young is going to get to his inside anyways. And now here comes Dylan Young as they go side by side for the race lead. And Dylan Young finds his way back to the race lead. What a race car they brought here tonight. Fisher still stuck on the outside right there. He's going to have to settle for second for now because that 18 is there. Any slip up and you're going to lose another spot here, especially here at these short tracks with 10 laps to go or a little less than 10 laps to go. Dylan Young back out front, more lap cars ahead. The 50s, the next car is going to catch Nathaniel Cartwright if he catches up to him. But man, Dylan Young is just so strong right now. Took advantage of Fisher being really tight on the racetrack. And back in the lead he goes. Two really good friends battling right there. Fisher trying all he can to get up there to Dylan Young, but he knows Young has a really good car and he's probably going to have to rely on the lap traffic. But I don't know if they'll catch up to them in time. And then Fisher also has to worry about the 18 of Ashlyn Boyd, who could catch up to him pretty quick here and into the wall a little bit right there, the 24. 37 on against Scott, having a really good run, trying to get underneath the 24 right there of Sammy Davis for position. Amy Fisher continues to run in P number 2. Dylan Young trying to get it done from the pole. It'll be 6 laps to go, 5 this time by side right here. Cartwright trying to go underneath Skull in the 12. Skull, his season started off pretty poorly. Here we go. Dylan Young coming down to the final few laps, trying to hold on to it here. Just cannot afford to make a mistake. He's got to hope those lap cars let him by pretty nice and smoothly here. Don't really want to fight him. Jonathan Skull gets into the wall. It's going to allow Dylan Young to really catch him and go right underneath him without any problems, really. And right there, that's going to put a lap car between first and second, and that may have done it right here, side by side, the 6 and the 07. And I think they'll be all good here as we go through the field once again. Everyone just racing pretty clean right now. Fisher under pressure, though, from Ashland Boyd in the 18. Meanwhile, Dylan Young has a lap car between him and Fisher and some more. He's trying to get to the 50 now. 2 laps to go for Dylan Young, looking for his first ever Pro Series win. He goes underneath Cartwright in the 50 lap car. And Keisha Boy now attacking Fisher, and they're going to get the position. White flag waves for Dylan Young. 1 more to go. He's been dominant all night, led most of the laps. Got back around to Fisher after getting stuck behind a lap car, but none of that matters as he fought his way back to the lead and back to a win as Dylan Young wins it at South Boston. Dylan Young, career win number 1 here in the Can-Am Pro Series Eastern Division. Ashton Boyd got P2 from Fisher right there at the end. Fisher's going to get 3rd. Stephen Ruffner, great run for him. He's going to get 4th. And Sammy Davis 5th. And against Scott Mark Owens, Wayne Bowman, Usmain Hamid, and others, they're going to running at top 10. But first win for Dylan Young as he gets it done here in the 26th. That purple, black, and yellow machine. And he's going to look to try and repeat to try and get South Boston race number 2 under his name as well. Never been done. We have never had the same driver win at a doubleheader race. He could be the first to do it. He's going to get a chance to do it here, as we will not be under the lights tomorrow for round number 2, round 2 of South Boston. We'll be racing during the daytime. So thank you guys for watching. I was finally able to get this race up. Congratulations once again to Dylan Young on the win, as South Boston race number 2 will be next. Looking forward to that. And after that, well, we head to Denver and then Thompson Speedway and then Savannah and Iowa. Those are the next upcoming races. Congratulations to Dylan Young on his first Pro Series win. Let's get you down to the standings.
But I got a cool spot when my friends come down. Yeah. Well, I'm dressed